it's Derek, aka Mr. Shred with Masters of Shred, your number one source for all your daily shredtacular content. Here we are, I think it's episode 4 or 5 of the season of Talking Shred, and we have someone who is definitely not a stranger to the show. This is his second appearance. He is hot off the release of his latest album, Invasion, touring with it right now. I want you to give it up for I think you guys know what I'm about to say, the shred creature from the Black Lagoon, the chicken-picking madman of doom, the mighty John 5.
How are you? Good to see you, buddy.
Great, man. How you been?
I'm well. Just here on tour, and where are we? We're in Chicago, and it's cold.
It is cold.
And you're from Florida.
And you're from Detroit, right?
Well, no, I was born there, but I've lived in California since 88 or 89.
So you are desensitized from this kind of weather.
I'm it's pretty rough.
Last time we were talking, you were talking about Florida. You like Florida a lot.
I
Miami,
do, because
right?
it's warm.
Right.
It's got those warm.
Humid though. It's humid. It's sticky.
I'm okay with humid.
You don't mind it. All right.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, here we're at Reggie's, as we said. You're
Yep.
about to tear it up here. Jared James Nichols is upstairs, so if you hear that, that's him killing it up there. And we're just gonna hop right in it. You just kicked off this leg of the tour.
Right.
Do you have any plans to do a UK stop for Invasion?
I do. I would love to do a UK. We're talking about it. Hopefully summertime and of 2020. So yeah, because I love going there. I really love it, and I want to go there and tear it up. I was there with the Creatures one other time before. It was really successful, and I want to come back for sure.
Oh yeah, dude, that sounds great. And for, let's say, all the shred enthusiasts who have never attended a John 5 show, in this tour especially, what could they come to expect if you had to kind of sum it up in a few words? I'm not going to limit you to one word.
Well, it is... When I started doing this, because I would love going to instrumental shows just like yourself, and but I said, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to make a big show out of it. So there's all sorts of stuff going on, a lot of production, a lot of so you don't have to be just a guitar player, because a lot of guys, they bring their wives or their girlfriend along, and hey babe, we're gonna go see these cool sliding arpeggios and string skipping and all that stuff, and they're like, oh, terrible, but so the wives enjoy it, and everybody enjoys it, but it's such a wide array of people that come, like older generation and little kids and all this stuff, and it's wonderful. It's a fun show. There's a lot of notes, and you've seen it before. So.
Yeah, the stage show is incredible, but you pay attention to something that a lot of guys don't do, and that is the merch.
Oh yeah.
Your merch is good quality shirts, not that boxy, typical Gildan that the sleeves bow out like you're a clown or something like that, And you got the cool 70s posters that are kind of velvet.
Yeah.
I can tell you put time and effort into your merch.
Well, yeah, because when I would go to shows, I bought all that stuff, and I love it, So I think it's important for the people to get good quality, and so like you go to I used to remember buying like AC/DC shirts or something like that from the 80s, and they're still like in really good shape, because it was such great quality.
Yeah, and a lot of guys overlook that, but you definitely don't. So you've got to see a show. It's a spectacle for anybody. If you're not a shred fan, you will love it, absolutely love it. But the merch, bring some extra cash for the merch. You're going to love that too. But also, last time we saw each other was arguably the biggest night in shred of the year. It's at the 1720 Warehouse in LA. It was you, Joe Bonamassa, in the insanely nuts Shredsation Guthrie Govan.
Yeah.
And I hosted it, and you guys tore it up.
Yeah.
How crazy was that night?
It was a crazy night. It was, it was a phenomenal night because, we were talking about it, and I said, oh yeah, it'd be a great thing to do that, and sure enough, it happened, and everybody came out under the sun, and it was just a really awesome night for me, and I was super excited, but our drummer was in Europe, so I was like, oh no, and the music is not like, easy to get like just another drummer to come in and stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on. So I got this other drummer, my old drummer, and he knew like half of the set, and I thought, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be able to do this show and it will be fine. He got bit by a dog.
Yeah.
So he couldn't do the show. He had to get an operation on his hand. So my drummer and then my old drummer who got bit by the dog, so I had to find someone else, and luckily my guy came in and just killed it, and we had a phenomenal show, and Six was there, and
Andy James showed up.
Yeah,
Natalie Broth showed up.
yeah.
It was like a shred reunion in that place. It was incredible.
It was really fun.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing something like that again? Getting like these high-profile guys like that for a night of craziness?
Oh my God.
Who would it be?
I don't know.
You got Guthrie.
Yeah.
Buckethead, I think, is still pretty young. I don't know what's going on. I wish I could.
I love everybody. I love all these guys. So I just welcome anybody that wants to come and do a tour, and I think it would be phenomenal.
Open call.
I love Rick Graham, and
Oh my gosh, right? I don't think I've ever seen him tour in the States.
No, and
yeah.
I love all the guys, Andy James, and just everybody.
It's killer
I'm
stuff.
a fan of everyone.
Then that was an incredible night. Thank you again for letting me be a part of it. That was
absolutely my pleasure.
A memory I'll never forget that, man. So, having that said, the first appearance in Talking Shred, you gave us something that was none of it as ever expected it, and it's extremely appreciated. But you shared with us a never before heard track with David Lee Roth.
That's right.
Called California Sessions. You recorded in 2014. Album never saw the light of day. However, a couple weeks ago, we now see this whole thing pan out where now Roth is doing his own Vegas stint coming up here. But he said that album will see the light of day.
That's right. Yeah.
Have you heard from him?
I have. I talk to him all the time, and he's wonderful, and he's gearing up for the shows in Vegas, and he's in great spirits, and he's just killing it. He's singing all the time, and he looks great and all that stuff. So he's ready to go. It's so classic Dave. Like, I know him and he tells me stories, but he would say back in the day, the early Van Halen days, they would rehearse all the time. Like, that's just what they would do. They would rehearse all the time. When you hear those early recordings now, them playing live, they're so good. They're phenomenal. And they would just record live. And, but his band, they're rehearsing. They started like a long time ago. And the shows aren't until like, I think January or something like that.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
That's how driven Dave is. Nothing's changed. He's still so driven, and that's what I love about him.
Yeah, I'd love to see obviously that album happen, but also to go back to the old stuff and you tackle all the other songs too, from Skyscraper, Even Smile,
my God, I love it.
To hear that stuff again live.
Yeah, I just sit there and play it at home, anyways.
Right? So
don't we all?
You're just a phone call away. You're ready to go. Okay.
He's wonderful. I love that guy.
That is great, absolutely, dude. And something else happened here. Ozzy's coming out with a new album in January.
Yes.
Zakk Wylde's not a part of it. He's cool with it. Question: you actually did some track, or maybe one or two tracks before you actually writ, right, for Ozzy before?
Well, I was very close with Randy Castillo, super close. He was like, we were in a band together called Red Square Black, and I remember meeting this. I got to tell this story really quick. This is a phenomenal story, and it's a true story, and it sounds so crazy. It sounds like a dream or something. I'm in LA, and it had to be, when did Zakk join Ozzy?
88, right?
88.
Is what, 88?
Okay, yeah. Like, let's say 88. So I'm there in LA playing guitar in Hollywood in this apartment, in this bedroom, and I can visually see it. So I'm in there playing, and people would come in and stuff out all the time. And here comes this guy, long blonde hair, and he is like super cool. He's like, "Hey, what's up, dude? What's up? My name's Zakk." And I'm like, "Hey, what's up? I'm John." And he's cooking food, and we watch Easy Money with Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So he picks up the guitar and starts playing and playing. I'm like, wow, this guy's great, And he goes, "I'm the new guitar player for Ozzy Osbourne." I was like, really? Wow. And he goes, "Yeah, dude. Here's my number. We're gonna be in Detroit." And I was like, "Oh my God." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm the new guitar player." I was like, wow, that's weird. And then I kind of didn't believe him, but he was so good. And I was like, yeah. So I pick up, do you remember Guitar for the Practicing Musician?
Yes, yeah.
So there he is on the cover with Ozzy. I was like, that's the guy, And me and Zakk have been, friends ever since.
That'd be a hell of a tour.
Yeah, oh my God. Dude, I love that guy.
And he was cooking?
Yeah, he like cooked up some food.
You remember
and all
he was
that
cooking?
Stuff. Yeah, I don't remember what he was cooking, but it was phenomenal. And
That's pretty great.
I met Randy through there, And then, you know, we were always with Ozzy, and Ozzy would let us rehearse at his rehearsal studio all the time. And, you know, he was always super cool.
Wow.
You know, he's just a sweetheart. Ozzy was always just such a sweet, sweet guy. And so, yeah, I've always been in that little Ozzy family, and it's been wonderful.
I was going to ask you, are you his new guitar player?
No, I'm not.
No. We're going to crack that one right now. That he is not. No tracks on that album, so we're going to have to still figure that out come January, who's playing guitar on that album.
Yeah, no, not me.
It is not John Five. So we're going to go hop into a segment real quick here. It's Ask John. You saw the post, put on Instagram. Ask John Five any question.
I saw that.
Got some good ones.
Yeah.
So I handpicked a few of them. We're going to give them some shred outs, tackle them, answer them any way you like them. They're really good. All right, ready?
Okay. Yeah.
First off, Grant McSlev, at Grant_McSlev, MCSLEV says, are there any plans for a new signature model Fender Ghost Telecaster?
Oh my God.
I think it's badass, dude.
That's crazy that guy asked that. Yes, there is.
There is.
There is. I can't believe it.
That guitar is stunning,
does he
dude.
work at Fender?
I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, I don't know if he knows you or works
How
there.
does he know that?
Right. He has some good ones. He got another one too. So
nobody knows this, and I might as well say it, you know. But yeah, they're planning to put that into production.
that's an incredible axe. When I saw a picture when you
really
first
cool.
got it, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's really
White
cool.
and red.
It's really neat. I'll tell you where I got the idea. There's a company called Supreme.
Yes.
And they came out with a Fender, and it was like, and it said Supreme.
I know a store that has one of those. Yeah.
I was like, I want one of those, you know, but just with the red binding around it and all that stuff. So
Wow.
that's how it came about.
The question is, will they make a Squire model?
They are.
Are you serious?
Yes, because I like things that are priced to sell. I hate when the guitars are like
Oh my gosh.
$3,000-$4,000. I like when they're like $600, you know, like
Yes.
$500 or something.
And your
like
your
that.
gold frosted Squire holds value extremely well.
Oh man,
When that guitar goes up,
record
it's
with
gone
it. Yeah,
all the
I
time.
record that with that guitar.
No kidding.
Yeah, they're great guitars.
That's
and,
insane value.
Yeah, so that's
Wow,
gonna
it's gonna
happen.
be a Squire. Okay, I'm getting that one for
Yeah,
sure. I gotta
yeah.
have that. Okay, here's a great question too. If Kiss gave you a call, said, John, we need you to join the band, would you create your own character or use Ace of Spaceman makeup?
What a great
This is the same
question.
guy. So Grant McSlev, he is. We're gonna do a whole post on you the whole day, buddy.
Wow,
That's incredible.
That is,
So
you know, I would definitely want to be a new character. You know, I would want to be like, I don't know, like a name like the Phantom or something. I don't know.
that's a good one.
And but yeah, something like that. That'd be great because I loved Vinny and I love Eric, and they did their makeup and all that stuff. But listen, Tommy and Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer, of course, you know, they do phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Now
they
I
do.
always say, like, if there was a Frankenstein, like how many Frankensteins have there been? There's been a zillion. How many Draculas? A zillion.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just love Kiss, and I want them to keep going. And of course, I love Ace and Peter. They're my close friends. But, you know, I just support everybody. But yeah, I would probably want to be like the Phantom or something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're to try to have you draw some makeup live there,
Right,
art,
right,
so we can
right,
debut it on the
There we
page.
go. Do I have makeup on like that?
Right there it is. This one comes from Justin Bachan at JBACHAND96. He says, "Would you ever consider making a country album?"
I would love to. I just, you know, I was a little nervous, to be honest with you. I was a little nervous about, oh, look at that.
Look at that. That was some killer socks right there.
I was a little nervous about, you know, mixing the country and the bluegrass with all the heavy music, but it's just who I am. I sit around and play like that. But if I did a whole record like that, I wonder if people would, you know, like it and stuff like that. So they really like the little country section of the show. So,
Right.
But I would love to. You know, I just love making music, and I love, you know, picking. It doesn't matter what kind of music. I'm just a fan of music.
I can see definitely kind of like a collaboration with like Brad Paisley. I can
love
totally see
Brad
that,
Paisley.
right?
Yeah, I love.
I mean,
I
the best of
love
both
Brad.
worlds there, you know.
Yeah, I
You're
love
great
that.
at country anyway, man. You know, a
Thank
beast.
you, thank you.
So Brian Moffitt at BRIAN_MOFFITT. He goes, where does John come up with his makeup and clothing? Totally makes his shows bad to the bone. And of course, he's phenomenal guitar playing.
I don't know. I came up with just the. Let me clear something up. I don't walk around like this. I'm about to go on stage, so that's why I look like this.
So you don't wake up like this?
No. Sometimes I do.
Oh, sometimes, okay.
Right, babe. Right. Like sometimes I'll wake up like this, like after a show, and the makeup will. Yeah, I'll drive home like that. Because if I'm in LA, I'm like,
Imagine
oh,
people-
get home. Yeah, drive-throughs like this.
Oh my
sometimes,
gosh, I
yeah.
must love it. People at stoplights and drive-thrus must love
Yeah,
it.
but I wish I had a really cool story, but I'm just going to give you the honest story. We had during the mob scene video for Marilyn Manson, we had a makeup artist, and we always did our own makeup. She got me in the eye, and my eye was running so bad. So in the video, I'm like this, and they show me for like 4 seconds. Thanks a lot, Manson. But that's why that's there like that. And I was like, oh,
Permanently stayed. It's an accident, and it worked out for the better.
Yeah, so I made lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah, and it worked all these years later.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty good. And this guy has a pretty honest question. I think it's pretty good. He goes, at Slop316, Milos Kakavan. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. I'm really bad at pronouncing words. And it's at SLAV3116. He goes, what would you recommend for someone who isn't a young kid and who is trying to get back into guitar playing? Any tips and tricks on how to get the most of their practice and play time?
Absolutely. I would say play what you love, because that's what's going to want to make you play. Like if I was, if I liked Black Sabbath, or I liked, which I do, of course, or I liked AC/DC or Thin Lizzy or anybody, learn a couple riffs like that, and you'll never put the guitar down, because you're like, oh my God, I can play, Dr. Love or something like that, and you'll be so excited about that you won't want to put down the guitar.
Exactly. So, because it is tough when you get older to go back into it, because
Sure.
I guess now you have priorities
Yeah,
and
of course,
responsibilities.
of course.
Unfortunately, it
But-
becomes tough.
It's sitting in front of the TV, just
Yeah.
strumming. That's what's magical. If you can just play a couple of chords, that's magic, and that gives you a great feeling. You don't have to be like this crazy guitar player. It's just that guitar is made for everyone, and everybody can play it, and just play what you love.
No, okay, that's a great. That's a great answer. And last but not least, this is it. It's from Jake Morris at @ClayMorris_mine. He goes, Mr. Five, if you could recommend just one album for our young generation to listen to and absorb and cherish during their journey while learning this beautiful instrument with a guitar, what would that record be? The first one that comes to mind.
I would say Passion and Warfare.
That's a great
That's a good
answer.
one.
Everything on that thing is solid.
Yeah, it's
That's
just a great.
That really is.
Yeah.
All spectrums are covered. He's got
Yeah.
every kind of genre on there, and he just goes
Production,
for it. So.
everything. It's really well done.
Okay, I absolutely agree with you on that. So we're going to kind of wrap it up here a little bit. Where can fans expect for you, or what can they expect for you 2020? Because you're going toward Queensryche, right?
Yes, on tour with Queensryche, then we go to Australia, and then we're putting together a tour in right now for the summertime, hopefully over in Europe, and hopefully get some of the guys on your lovely Instagram to come, and we'll do some shows.
Yes.
And I want to say, your Instagram is wonderful, and a lot of people really enjoy it, myself as well, and it's just really smart that you did that, because a lot of people get inspired. It's not just it's an educational thing too, and it gets turned on to a lot of players. And I
Thank
think
you.
it's
I appreciate
wonderful
the support.
you
It
do
keeps me
that.
going. It's like a full-time job to it.
It's wonderful,
You know?
and I applaud you. So it's
Thank you
great.
for that. I really
It's
do,
great.
really do appreciate that. So where can they follow you at on Instagram?
John-5.com, and it's a crazy Instagram. That's for sure.
It is. It's great though, because you keep it current and you keep it different.
Yeah.
You got diversity, which is good.
Yeah.
You can follow us at Masters of Shred on Instagram, at the official Masters of Shred on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram at Mr_Shred_.
Do you have merch yet?
Yet. Funny you should say that. Do I
See?
have merch yet?
This was not
Now
planned.
he's reading my mind.
This was
I
not
do have
planned.
something for you. I hope this is the right size. This is the newest.
Well, I'm pretty muscular.
I could tell. So we're trying to get it there. Masters of Shred, Talking Shred shirt. Because you've been on it
There you go.
twice now.
You know what?
So,
I will wear this after the show, and I will wear it. I do my meet and greets and stuff like that. So and you'll
really,
see it
that means a
tomorrow.
lot to me. I really
Yeah,
appreciate that.
absolutely.
And we
Thank
got the
you.
string with a screw holding the jaw open.
See,
It took some time to make this heavy.
that's great. Thank
So
you very much. I
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I appreciate that.
Thank
All
you.
right. Follow the pages. Follow John 5. Check out his show. Invasion is insane. If you don't have the album, buy it. And make sure you go catch him on his second leg of this tour, because you'll never forget it. Night to remember. Thanks for watching, guys.